our availability or the fill rate, so-called in retail industry, used to be around 75 to 80%. So that is
Oh,
grown currently at 97, 98% today.
hello everyone, and welcome to FaceTime with Leaders, a podcast series by Directors Institute, World Council of Directors. I am Rajesh Joshi, and today we are thrilled to engage with a seasoned professional in the retail industry whose remarkable journey spans over 30 years. He has been instrumental in driving operational excellence and strategic innovations that have transformed supply chains and enhanced quality assurance across various sectors. Currently serving as the business head at Reliance Retail Ventures Limited, it is my pleasure to introduce Mr. Rameshmoorthy Sarangam. Mr. Rameshmoorthy, it's fantastic to have you on the podcast. Your journey in the retail industry is truly inspiring, and I really can't wait to dive into your experiences. Welcome on the show, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. I'm also excited on the journey. And thank you so much for welcoming me for the interview. Yeah, thank you.
Right, sir. Great, sir. To kickstart this discussion, with over 30 years in the retail industry, your career has most likely been filled with fascinating twists and turns. I'm sure about that. If you could highlight a few defining moments or milestones that not only shaped your path but also ignited your passion for leadership, what would they be?
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you for the question. So, my joining indeed, in fact, my journey indeed were full of defining moments. I
Uh-huh.
think one of the key turning points when I was first offered the categories like staples and perishables department in food world retail market
Okay.
in early 2000. This company actually formed between RPG Group and Dairy Farm International. Um, this is a very complex category and
Mhm.
a very the supply chain intricacies. It's a very tough and highly perishables also, and it's a very susceptible to the external environment like insects and other things. Also.
Right,
It's a very
right.
complex and supply chain. It is very much sharpened my understanding of the entire supply chain intricacies and customer preference. Again, this is the one category which will play a vital role in any retail sector.
Right.
Um, so initially, we started as a convenience store. Then our aim, especially my aim and my team, we were discussing we have to make this category as a destination to the retail sector, especially the food world. So that's
Okay.
how journey started, and that is the biggest turning point in the retail. I have been working earlier with multiple companies like sourcing, procurement, backend. I basically initially wanted to understand the grassroots level so that I can take up my journey. So
Okay.
football is the one is at my first turning point. Second is whatever I learn, I try to practice in Reliance Retail, which
Mhm.
is in the year 2006 where I joined before working in a Metro Cash and Carry. Metro Cash and Carry is a German-based retailer. There also I have proved to be a number one, employee and awarded within 6 months on the category champion. So
Okay.
in 2006, the other milestone in Reliance Retail is I have been, assigned to lead the entire staples business of the Reliance Retail,
Ah,
which is that is the time we have integrated multiple formats. We had a Reliance Mart, then Super, then Reliance Fresh, then we integrated. Then while assessing, they found I am the suitable person for leading that entire business for staples in the company for the company.
okay.
It's a initial stage. We had
Mhm.
around 500 to 600 stores. Initial stage to spearhead. Then, since I have been assigned, I have taken as a challenge with my experience at the field level, also with the Dairy Farm International. I have explored a lot of possibilities to see that the long term we set up a lot of processes and ensure that this journey is taking up very, very fast and in a very, very nice manner, right? So it is highly unorganized that time too. That when Reliance started retail, there are multiple different department, different experiences people come in to the
Mhm.
thing. So my duty is to immediately ensure so everyone is integrated and aligned as a team so that I can train them well. I have trained them well and see that, from the base to taking to how to attract the customers' loyalty, how to make the customer stickiness to your store. So those kind of things is the other next gaining momentum. Within period of 2 years, the sale growth actually grown by 200%.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the rupee gross margin is grown at 250% with a C on an average CAGR, that's the compound annual growth rate of around 16%, which is a great milestone I am proud of even still
Yeah.
today. This is the
I'm
second
sure.
milestone. Yeah, this is the second milestone I envisaged. Then
Mhm.
the management awarded me with the promotion and also the monetary benefit, not only for me, also my entire team, because
Okay.
this is the one which is created with the basic. It will take a long time. I think still even 2006 till now, the same basic whatever we have created that is still continuing. So that is a
Okay.
great momentum again. Uh, in between, what happened then? E-commerce started. The e-commerce business started. Amazon given us a very tough competition initially when they started in India. Then Flipkart, then Udon. There are so many other retailers coming. Then we were found, we found, we are very weak in the supply chain back end.
Mhm.
That is the
Mhm.
time they awarded me, Ramesh, why don't you take this job? This is a very challenging job. I'm sure you will do that. So
Okay.
I have taken up that challenging job and the entire ecosystems of the supply chain for the entire retail company. We have started with the 500 stores and again now currently to 3,500 stores, grocery stores. So for that, the
Wow.
volume is grown multiple times. So they need a one solid and experienced professional to manage this entire backend for the staples business. That's how I have been awarded there. Then that is also the direct change in the complete business dynamics. Our availability or the fill rate, so called in retail industry, used to be around 75 to 80%. So that is
Oh.
grown currently at 97, 98% today. That is
Okay.
because of the complete transformational change what we have done, ensuring that from manual packaging to the automation,
Uh-huh.
mechanization,
Mhm.
and we also initiated the second and third shift. These are all the milestones which generated additional throughput in the sense of volume,
Mhm.
also availability 100% at the store level so that customer satisfied. Also the stakeholders, shareholders, everyone is happy about the customers. So those kind of things. So then we have put up our system on the quality, so the strict quality standards. So these are all the good milestones. By doing all this, also reduced our cost, operational cost by 22%. So that is also great milestone. And again, quality assurance is the one other part which we have strengthened. There are
Mhm.
not much complaints from the customers now. So very few complaints. It used to be more earlier because since the categories are very sensitive in nature and
Right.
daily needs and basic staples product, it's very
Right.
sensitive. So now it's become a more of a destination store for Reliance Retail. I can be proud of, and it's because of me and my team. Yeah,
Well,
this is
Mr. Murthy, I mean, just taking one step back and actually analyzing what you've just put out in front of all our viewers. Imagine a situation where you're actually getting into a business with about say 400, 500 stores to start with, growing that business to about 6,500, as you said, 6,500 odd stores, pan India, with diverse cultures, with n number of product lines, and looking at various facets of the business. I mean, how what better one can ask in terms of a professional journey, and how fulfilling I'm sure it can be, it must be. It's evident from the excitement on your face. Uh, Continuing your journey with your role at Reliance, it involves spearheading strategic initiatives for the PCS ecosystem. Can you share a particular initiative that you believe has made the most significant impact on the business, and why do you think so?
basically what happened. So when the systems or strategies are not in place,
Mhm.
you will not know where to go.
Right.
That is where I thought we should put up a strategic initiatives so that certain areas. where the weak point is there, we can improve upon. What I have done is that the re-engineered the entire TCS ecosystem, which means
Mhm.
from manual to automation, including utilities, machine, so that it is also helping the productivity level and the efficiency improvement. It resulted in a 20% reduction again in the cost of the backend, which
Mhm.
actually helped in ensuring that the proper availability with the quality assurance. Again, second and third shift operation also we have started, because initially when I took over, the volume is only 50,000 to 1 lakh max, including the contract manufacturing. Now the
Okay.
volume is around 5 lakh metric ton. So for that,
Wow.
unless until we take a proper strategic initiative and proper planning, it has not been possible to see that volume is grown and multifold, and it's across pan India footprint also retailers is actually improved. Then there is something we have to do in the sense that the key part of initiative is that it spikes 100%. Then we have to support the entire ecosystem to ensure that our customers are satisfied, our
Right.
stakeholders are happy. So what happened? So there are. It is not the one man army in Reliance, in retail. It is always a stakeholders, all other
Right.
department, support function, cross functional team. They are need to be aligned. Unless
Mhm.
until they align, this has not been possible. Like a logistic department, they need to send. Suppose I need 100 vehicles for the day today. So it has to be under 100 vehicles. Otherwise, our availability will get a problem. So that
Right.
is why it used to be very low level. Then we have aligned, we have explained to them. They are all aligned with this kind of initiatives. And overall, as an organization, we have achieved that kind of achievement, and which we have been proud of them most of the time. And also the third party service provider, because running a plant, it is not, see, it is, there is a lot of labor loss, there is a lot of social impact, there is a lot of environmental issues, there is a lot of compliance, regulatory. These are all, we have ensured that this all put up a separate plan to see that nothing is going wrong in our the way what we think. So this is a process setting, and its automation also helped along with the manual processing also, because certain products we cannot do the machine packing. It's always in the
Right.
manual, because the nature of the product is like that. So this is a third party also aligned. We have ensured that all the workforce is having a proper uniform. There are hygiene factor. There are so many health and wellness and periodical medical checkup for them. So these are all the major initiatives we have taken to see that things are going in a very smooth way. There are risks involved. I'm not saying
Right.
that how you mitigate the risk and how you manage in a very sustainable way and a consistent way. So that is what we have done through this strategic initiative. I believe these are all the most significant impact is created in this business.
Right. Mr. Murthy, it is evident that the nature of business that you're in, operational efficiency, I believe, is paramount. Given the nature of margins that are involved, which I believe are not astronomical, and considering the fact that although there is a part of automation involved, there is also a large part of human resource also involved, which actually brings up the cost. There are certain costs that you just cannot do away with, and there are certain wastages that you just cannot avoid. So which means that please correct me if I'm wrong, that all these initiatives that you brought to the fore, were planned about them and executed them, must have added a very healthy percentage, if I may say so, to the bottom line. And that I believe is evident from the practices that you're putting up forth. Is that right?
Yes, absolutely right. So it is not easy when we wanted to scale up.
Uh-huh.
There will be a lot of work and lot of cross-functional alignment with every stakeholder. So
Right.
this is actually, so unless until even one department misses the goal, or one department misses the actual objective of our goal to reach, then we are not going to achieve that. So it has to be aligned. It is going to be a tremendous effort in ensuring that everyone is aligned to the common goal. And there will be a
Absolutely.
lot of, there will be a senior, junior. There is a lot of, the organizational environment is more of a political in nature also sometimes. So it's quite evident that we need to resolve with the proper way we speak and certain things. So this is quite tough. It's a lot of time and it's a lot of commitment and hard work we have put in to ensure that teams are aligned, and we have been successful.
Completely understandable.
Yeah.
I mean, given the nature how Reliance goes about operating its business and the enormous human resource that Reliance employs, I am 100% sure that it must have been a task. And knowing that your strategic implementation of standard operating procedures has been key to keeping quality and efficiency in check at both your facilities and with your vendors, can you share how this systematic approach has influenced overall productivity and its contributions to stakeholder satisfaction in your role?
Absolutely, absolutely. See, the SOPs, the standard operating procedures, we have done
Mhm.
all these processes, setting everything. We need to integrate everything, each and
Right.
every part, even nook and corner, every part, every aspects of the processes, significant initiatives, what we have done, it's all come with the experience. And
Mhm.
by learning, by doing, making some mistakes, correcting it, these are all put in our standard operating processes, procedures. What happened? Once that is there, then we have to take up the scale up. In the
Right.
small, it is a just 1,000 crore business. Wanted to make it a like made a 50,000 crore business. There
Mhm.
should be a proper standard operating process so that even if I am not there, even a particular department head is resigned or somebody is joining, for them they will easy to refer because we don't want to miss out anything which is currently running.
Right.
You can
Right.
you can only add on, you can only upgrade based on the market thing, but the basic remains same because that is how the SOPs are actually helping. This is maintaining it. So by designing and implementing SOP, we actually play a very pivotal role in driving consistency and also the efficiency, both our own facilities as well as the contract manufacturing facility. What
Mhm.
happened? Own facilities, it is in our control. Whereas in a third party facility, we don't have control.
Right. Right.
It's obviously it's a third party and it's all terms, SLA, everything is written in the paper. Unless until we have something, anytime we can go and audit, and we also training them to see that this is how it has to be done. So
Right.
those kind of processes, put it in the paper. Anytime any auditor, some third party going and inspecting or auditing, they can always refer this document. Oh, these are all the documents they have to follow. So that is
Absolutely.
the SOP.
Absolutely.
If they are not able to follow, then we have serious problem. They can't go. There should be some referral document. So that is the process document. When
Right.
auditor goes, because I can't go or my team can't go every time, there will be a third party. They will go. They will always demand you some documents so that I can check. There are some 200 checklist written in the SOPs, and
Mhm.
also the flow chart, how the material will move from one place to other place, and how to transfer that into the store, then to the customer baskets. Everything is written very clearly
Right.
and very
Right.
systematically and with the design and standardized the entire thing, both our own units as well as for the outside unit, which is actually helped us in improving the consistency, scaling up, also the capacity utilization also. Because
Mhm.
it is written, if some particular machine not used, it is getting captured in the SOP and
Right.
in terms of KPI, key performance indicators.
Right.
So
Right.
the capacity utilization used to be around 60%, it's gone up to 90-95%. It is also
Mhm.
and also the productivity. Everything
Right.
generated in a very proper manner, so that also the quality assurance. Where the weak point, the quality can be cheated by many people, not only in our own employees, also the outside vendors, third party.
Right. Right.
Checks and balances, auditing, checklist, and also the training to the third party, also our internal employees through the SOPs actually helping to driving the superlative the performance of the total ecosystem. So this is how this SOP is actually helping and it driven a lot of success, and our stakeholders and shareholders, everybody is happy about what we have been done and what can be. We are also keep updating the SOPs with the addendum, with the modification because the market is watching and it's a highly dynamic retail sector. and we
Right.
are coming up with so many other inputs, upgradation. So we have to be very, very clear and keep updating our SOPs. Then keep on adding based on the current scenario, based on current. So what is happening? Why this SOP will help and mechanization and automation will help is sometimes we also found a labor shortage or
Hmm.
work shortage. So we have to ensure the availability. So through this SOP, we have very clearly narrated option 1, 2, 3. So this is actually helping any new person, also the operational executives to drive this kind of performance. So the SOP is the most it's a nerve. It's a very very this behave like a catalyst to the entire operating system in terms of processes and availability of the stores. Kind of.
Absolutely, absolutely, Mr. Murthy. One really cannot emphasize more on the need to actually have standard operating procedures enlisted in a very proper manner, so that everybody, every single touch point in the entire business process is completely aware of and is has completely understood it, so that there is absolutely no. I mean, one, there is a requirement for all those ISO standards that you need SOPs in place. That's one part of it. But the other part is that, I mean, and it is not limited to a large organization, if I may say so. It is something which is the backbone, as you rightly pointed out, sir, that it is the spine of an organization. If you have well defined standard operating procedures, I'm 100% sure that everybody involved in the business process will have something to fall back on, refer to, correct oneself, and then at the same time keep all those checks and balances, as you rightly put out, sir. Which brings me to the next point in discussion. Your experience in managing quality assurance and regulatory compliance highlights the importance of governance in the retail sector. How do you see ESG principles influencing decision-making processes in your operations, and what steps have you taken to integrate these practices within your organization, sir?
Absolutely. Sir, the ESG principles are becoming increasingly integral part of our any decision making. The
Right.
company like Reliance, which very large corporate thing, ESG is vital. It's a very essential part of now decision making. Any action what we do, any project which we start, we just ESG anyway we will take into account before
Right.
starting any project. Um, so what happens? It is talk about the environment and sustainability, then long term benefits, and the social, and also the how we governance to the entire part of everything ESG principles. So it is definitely it's a vital role. So what happened? We started our what we have taken a decision saying that since the volume is going up,
Mhm.
let us go directly to the source or origin of the product, like agriculture commodity. It is
Mhm.
better to have a tie-up with the agribusiness partners. Overall, there is a large enough in India, and we are self-sufficient in the many more commodities. So what we can,
Right.
we have went to the farm field and have a tie-up with a large farmer, consolidator, and also the agribusiness firms. So thereby we can avoid multiple channels, thereby the wastage, inconsistent quality, exposed to the external. So these are all we control the wastages and also the benefit to the entire environment and the social impact of the farmers and other, their families and the entire society. So we have a huge tie-up with them, and we have almost some 2,500 agribusiness firms working with them.
Okay.
That's a decisions we have taken. It's a quite risky. Initially, we had a lot of faced a lot of objections from the farming community, but
Yeah.
that we are paying premium, and they also in turn they also support us in terms of good quality, and we also give suggestions. We also give certain things in inputs to them. It is like a buyback system. We help them. We also give the technology. We also
Mhm.
tell them this is the quality we need. This is the quality we have to produce. This is the product we need to produce. This is what we have to grow. This is how they irrigated. So all the agricultural practices we give to them, thereby they give back the material so that we can serve the customers consistently throughout the year. So this is what during season we buy and store it in the warehouses, both cold as well as ambient temperature. That then we will take and mill it, and with a full support of the controlled environment, we actually process it and uh, give it to our packaging units for packing with a highly high standard quality parameters. Then we start supplying to our customers. What happened? The customer satisfaction ensured. The second is how we process, again, the social part of it. What happened? See, the biggest, what we have underwent during the pandemic, that is a
Uh-huh.
experience. That is where the leadership of myself and my other co-colleagues actually showed. What happened? Pandemic is very difficult to mobilize the workforce.
Right.
So we have organized doctors with the mobile vans. We went to the nearby villages. We brought them to our factory, and we ensured given all the PPE kits, safety and
Oh,
protocol. We have done that. See, we have our huge department. We have created a task force. We have created a crisis management team and committee. We all worked around 200 people worked on to ensure that there should not be any problem. We have every plant, every facility is what we have. We used to have 4 to 5 doctors to take care of our well-being of the workforce, both
okay.
on-roll, both on-roll as well as off-roll workforce.
Okay.
So that's how we have managed, because during the pandemic there are many companies, many retailers actually shut down the store, whereas Reliance not shut down. We
Right.
ensure that, see, it is not a business all about. It is a serving. During the pandemic, people need a food. We actually served. That is the time we started our online retail also
Mm-hmm.
through GeoMart app. So that is how we have taken in the ESG actually helped us how to, without disturbing, creating a good societal safety protocols, and the entire village used to take, in fact, kind of support. They used to, the entire family members actually supported us to send their spouse or their parents or children to come to our factory to ensure that. So this is how it's gained the great social impact to the entire Reliance also, and it has been it's a very good. See what happened. That is the time we don't work out the profit. It is
Mm-hmm.
basically sustainability, consistency. It is not only profit all the time. It is also people, because we are also looking at the long term. Today you do social, and at least the people will be loyal to us to ensure that they will come. If any issues there, they will come and support us. This is what is created a great social environment. And we also supported, see, we have created 3 4 committees, crisis management committees. We have a health, safety, environment, fire department already exists. We
Okay.
that they are stationed at every unit. So quite risky. We have taken the risk, but still it's actually benefited towards the customers. Customers are happy, our stakeholders are happy, and shareholders are happy. So this is how the ESG decision make. It's not a quick decision, because pandemic people don't even come out, but we have taken a risk of bringing the people out, and see that. Luckily, touch wood, there is no casualties, there is nothing, because we keep monitoring from time to time. So this is
Right.
a huge social impact during the pandemic, because this is the ESG principle is actually part of it. Basically, now after undergoing this director principle, I thought it's all ESG. So this is how there is a lot of interrelated. It is all connecting.
Right.
Somehow it's a connecting.
Right,
The
right.
thing
I
is
mean,
that,
I mean, it
yeah,
is, it is, it is incredible, Mr. Murthy. I mean, the what really strikes me is one, of course, the pandemic actually required a lot of professionals to really think out of the box and try and do something which was unheard of in normal times. I mean, any board of directors would have shot down any such proposal if it was a normal time. But
that's right.
considering
That's
the
right.
fact that of course it is Reliance, no doubt about it, and the kind of social engagement on the ground that this company has through leaders like you within the organization, I'm 100% sure the impact is going to be long lasting, especially the one about going to the source. The best part is today, I believe wherein a lot of landowners are not finding any value being in the farming occupation anymore. With
That's right.
industries like Reliance, with companies like Reliance, again through leaders and initiatives like what you have taken, I'm sure with these kind of tie-ups, there'll be more number of people staying back in their villages with an assured income through their farming occupation, and at the same time the customers would be happy getting a quality product, I believe, at reasonable prices. That I think is your job to
That's
ensure
right. That's right.
that people do keep on getting the quality products at reasonable prices. And that's a fantastic perspective on the entire ESG part. Mr. Murthy, with your extensive experience in transforming the PCS ecosystem and driving operational excellence, what are your future aspirations regarding boardroom involvement?
Of course. So, looking ahead, I see boardroom involvement on an exciting opportunity for me
Mhm.
to apply my experience in strengthening the sustainable planning, quality assurance, and the governance roles. My work optimizing the supply chain and improving the production capabilities,
Mhm.
driving financial performance, well aligned with my thought of governance. It is a very see, look at the long term sustainability and the risk management. These are all the rich experience I gained over a period of time. I'm sure in any board or any organization, this will be creating a, uh, uh, good impact on either performance, both financially, profitably, as also more responsibly as a leader. So this is what I think it will help. Plus also the strategic initiative which I have taken with my
Right.
experience, and it can be rolled out and help the organization guide in making highly informed and forward-thinking decisions on the long
Mhm.
term. So these are
Right.
all the things basically it will help. If I become a board member, definitely the organization will I can support in 100% to ensure that risk mitigation, risk management, crisis, quality assurance. Quality assurance is the basic fabric of any operational realities, and also while doing those, and plus also regulatory and the compliances as well. This is all very important for the any business to perform to the highest level. So I'm sure this. I'm very particularly passionate about this quality assurance and risk management sustainability. I'm sure with this my exposure and experience in the industry, not only retail of course I have a vast experience. Any industry, it can I can drive to the fullest extent and make a more affordable and comfortable and also the long-term strategic initiative I can take to the any organization. So that is my wish, and I'm sure excited that it can be done. I'm confident about it.
Right. If I may ask, Mr. Murthy, continuing on the same lines, I mean, it could be a secret of your success. Is there a plan to leverage your skills in strategic planning and quality assurance to contribute to governance at a higher level? I mean, if you would want to share it with our viewers.
Yes, of course. So basically, the skirting the governance practices.
Uh-huh.
The business should not be static. It is always dynamic and keep scaling up.
Right.
Today we start with 100 crore. It should grow to that extent. There is no end to any business to grow. So there will be a risk associated with this. So it is all about how you think, how you strategize your business.
Right.
So
Right.
that is where the governance play a vital role. So there will be a lot of other associated with the risk of involving, kind of the governance issue. Then again, there may be it has to be take the team along as a
Yes.
leader. As a leader, you should ensure that everyone is in your, objective, whatever the goal, they are
Right.
aligned to that. So
Right.
this is
Right.
how it will actually create a better impact in if you align everyone. So that is where it will create, and I'm sure there is a lot of things which I can't express, which is
Uh-huh.
anyway available to see that I can contribute much more what really come
Right, right. I mean,
be expecting that. That yeah, yeah.
right, right.
So
Mr. Modi,
moreover,
I'm
yeah,
100% sure. Yeah, you're saying something, please.
yeah, yeah. It's standards and um, basically trust of the everyone and also the shareholders and uh, it's all about how you envisage with a long term thinking.
Right.
It's a sustainability. It's a basically it's a consistent and sustainability in whatever you do, and create a trust. And I'm sure it will give you a lot of benefits and success going forward. So that's how I believe that the governance will play a major role in that board or organization.
Absolutely, absolutely, Mr. Murthy. I mean, given from whatever we could get from the short discussion, you seem to be a person who would rather like to have a holistic approach to a particular challenge rather than an isolated, horses for courses kind of an approach, and you would rather like to look at the complete sum game, on the environmental impact, the business impact, the people impact, the procedural impact, and so on. So I'm 100% sure that what you bring to the table is going to be of tremendous asset value to any boardroom that you would be in, sir. That I can vouch for. Mr. Murthy, as we wrap up our discussion, unfortunately, so we will have to come to the end of this. It is clear that your journey has been shaped by numerous experiences. I would love to hear how your time with Directors Institute has positively influenced your approach to corporate governance.
Yeah, of course, of course. This is Direct Institute actually helped my association for the past 4 5 months
Mhm.
in a Direct Institute has broadened my perspective
Okay.
on a corporate governance, particularly in the areas of risk management and ethical leadership. This has given a good boost. In fact, I started implementing it. I started executing it already. So
Okay.
that's how that it's created a very very broad impact on my overall leadership qualities.
Wow.
So that's the first step. The discussions and insights shared by fellow leaders have reinforced the importance of a well rounded governance approach. Basically, to see that there are so many things they taught me during the course of my course, and it has been fabulous and fantastic.
Okay.
It is actually it balances the profitability, sustainability, and also the compliance.
Right.
So that is how it is. And also I have been able to integrate the insights what they given me,
Mhm.
especially in the book form as well as the video session, also the revision session, and also live series. There are so many things which created me as a new person. It's actually broadened me my thought of the board. I thought the insights to it what they given. It is actually strengthened my leadership. Plus, also the fellow leaders, what they given me in terms of the global perspective, how the
Mhm.
international companies and board is, running. How can we bring the best practices to Indian industry, especially retail and other sectors? This has
Right.
given a good insight, and it's benefited overall personally, also professionally, and it's also benefited my existing organization, also.
Okay.
It's all about mentoring the team. It is
Mhm.
also about have some kind of control. There is so many things: governance level, ethical leadership. These are all the certain key insights which I have
Mhm.
learned, and I've already started practicing in my
Wow.
existing organization. So this is
Wow.
actually fantastic. This is actually fantastic, and I am one of the lucky person to be associated with. Director Institute. It's a really I am happy that I have been, and I also told some of my friends that I am undergoing. Why don't you join? It's a very good future. Because this is the age we should think something beyond, and
Mhm.
it's basically it's aspiration to becoming, you contribute, whatever you experience, you contribute there.
Right.
The Director
Right.
Institute actually trained me in such a way. I can practice even started from now. For the past 1-2 months, I've been practicing whatever I learned from the fellow leaders of Director Institute, and really it's awesome, and reinforced the importance of being a leader. It's a fantastic, and
Great. Great.
especially the decision making framework.
Uh-huh.
So many other things. Unfortunately, we have a very lesser time. I can't express. There are so many things which I learned. It's a fantastic direct mistake. Yeah.
Great, great, Mr. Murthy. I sincerely appreciate the valuable insights you've shared today. Your expertise in supply chain management, your commitment to driving operational excellence truly distinguish you as a leader in the retail industry. I have no doubt that your experiences will inspire many aspiring professionals in the field. Thank you once again for your time and for being a part of FaceTime with Leaders.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, and it's been a pleasure meeting you, Rajesh sir. Thank you so much for your time.
The pleasure was all ours, and I'm sure the viewers are going to be really, really excited and happy to understand. And after they have actually understood and really, really got to know that it is not just about serving in an industry; it is about contributing and being the person of where the management or the stakeholders can actually rely on with any project or any kind of a responsibility. That is what I believe you have
Yeah.
brought to the fore here, sir. And I'm sure all our viewers, especially the younger ones, would definitely take a leaf out of your experience. We look forward to bringing you more inspiring stories and insights from exceptional leaders in our next session. Until then, continue to embrace learning and enjoy every step of your journey. This is Rajesh
Thank you,
Joshi
sir.
signing off. Thank you.